Taurus. So on the weekly tarot pull, we have for you the Seven of Cups, which is a lot of choices and opportunities, but it could be a little unclear, a little confusion around it. And then the underlying was the Ace of Pentacles. So some new beginning. So you have some choices and opportunities for a new start, and you could be confused about it. So we're going to expand on that. We're going to get some more cards and see what else comes up for you. So let's go ahead and see what is coming up with this new beginning, with new choices and new opportunities that you might be a little confused about or might be unclear. So let's go ahead and see what else is coming up with you. Let's see. We're going to pull some tarot, and then I'm going to pull some of these spirit messages just to give you a little more guidance, but we're going to go ahead and see. I think there's one. Did one just pull up? Yes. Okay. So far we have the Six of Pentacles. So there needs to be some kind of balance. So what I feel like this with these choices and opportunities is to sit and think about all the pros and the cons of each choice that you have, each opportunity. Weigh them out. That might be of service to you to clear them out, to see, what are the good things, because some things are, might seem good, but they might not be. There might be some underlying, like I always feel like those sign-on bonuses, like in nursing, they always sound good. They'll say like, oh, we'll give you a $10,000 sign-on bonus or whatever. But if you think of it in long-term, the long-term, you have to commit to 3 years or whatever, or 2 years. You get them in increments, but then also if life changes, if you decide you're going to leave in those 2 years, you have to pay that back. And when you get that bonus, they're going to take taxes out. But when you pay it back, you're paying the whole amount back. So, there's always good and bad. So weigh out those pros and cons of the situation, all the choices that you have. Now you have the Ten of Pentacles, and it came out reversed. So this is, our abundance, our livelihood. So there could be something that you need to weigh out the pros and cons that might not be as stable as it appears. That might not bring you the abundance that you want. So really weigh out those energies of those choices to see if they would be beneficial for long term. So let's see what else. Something that might look good. What I'm feeling is something might look good on paper, but then when you really think about it, it might not be. So this is a new beginning. Go towards what you are really trusting in your gut. Something that makes you passionate about. So it might not be on paper, it might not look like the best option, but whatever's best for you, whatever lights your fire, that's what you need to go through. So really figure out what the pros and cons are and trust your intuition about what sets you on fire. Which choice do you pick? It might not be the most popular one, but that's what you need to do. Yeah, look, trusting that inner intuition, trusting your who you like, your soul, what your soul is telling you. So let's see what else is coming up for you. Yeah, well, she wanted to come out, the High Priestess. So this is saying, really trust what you're feeling. Don't let other people tell you, like, this looks like a really good opportunity. And you're like, when I weigh out the pros and cons, it's not going to benefit me at the end. Yeah. So there could be some kind of shocking thing comes in. You might be surprised by some kind of situation. So I feel like whatever this choice is, the one that looks the best, it's kind of like that all that glitters isn't gold energy. It might have some kind of shocking ending here. Something might surprise you, like you might sign that sign-on bonus and then you find out like, oh, well, you got to stay here 10 years, or you know what I'm saying? So there might be something that looks better than what it is, and there's something underlying that would be surprising and shocking. So let's go ahead and get one more card. Yep. Okay. King of Rods. Okay. So the King of Rods is, taking your leadership, and staying confident and trust what you believe. So if there's something that you might think is the best for you, but it might not be the most popular choice or look like the best, you trust what you are feeling, and you go take charge of that and take control of that. Okay, but really weigh those pros and cons out. Let's go ahead and get a spirit card. Really sit down with paper and really think about, what is the benefits and what is the disadvantages of each choice that you have here. What is going to work for you in the long run? And we have let go. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that you held back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have you only your best intentions at heart, and we'll do everything in our power to protect you. Yeah, so there's something here about letting go of other people's opinions, letting go of past situations that might be guiding you to the wrong choice. Really weigh everything out with that, all right? So let's go ahead and see some advice. Let's get some advice. from the universe and spirit for you on this situation. So whether this is a relationship or a job, it feels like the most popular or what looks best on paper here, either the relationship or the job, whatever looks the best might not be the best choice for you. Now we have the Emperor, so being empowered, stay in your empowerment, stand your ground. The Hermit, go within again and really figure this out. So it's saying we also have a Virgo and a Aries here, so there could be that energy as well. But what the universe and spirit is saying is really go within and, like I said, weigh those options out, what's best for you, and stand your ground. Don't let other people try to convince you. Don't let the people say, oh, well, we have this great sign-on bonus. Or the person that you're trying to get in a relationship could be saying like, oh, I'm a great person. I'll treat you good. You know, don't fall for that. You trust your intuition. You stand in your power. You stand your ground, okay? And what else? Page of Pentacles, yeah. See, this is following your intentions. Whatever you think is best, you stand your ground and you start that new beginning. You don't let anybody persuade you. You don't let like the gold, the sparkling gold catch your eye and you go like blindly to it, like that moth to light. You trust what your inner spirit and what your guides and all that is telling you. Yeah, and it will lead to success and victory. Look on the bottom. All right, so let's get another spirit card here, spirit message. Now we have gratitude. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on the gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. Yeah, so this, again, I feel like this is chasing that gold, you know? But sometimes we get disillusioned by what is sparkly. So be careful. Really trust that intuition. I feel like that's a big theme for you this week. And we're going to go ahead and see what the possible challenges and outcome might be this week for you. Yeah, the Fool. And the Three of Pentacles. And the Lovers. Wow. Okay. So like I said, some of you, this might be a relationship. This is a connection with somebody else. So I almost feel like here it's saying take that risk. You know, you might not know the outcome, but if you follow that inner guidance, that inner light within you, you're going to come to the right conclusion. So really weigh things out. The Lovers could be a connection, so you might feel more drawn to that glittery thing because maybe somebody that you're really connected to is guiding you that way, but you have to trust your inner compass here. And this is working with others. So also, too, I think there could be some kind of compromise here. In a situation, if this is a relationship, this is like, I feel like this is like that, the two that you're trying to compromise with. But bottom line, you have to trust your inner light, what your soul is guiding you to, not the thing that's glittery, okay? Because that's not always the best. And it could be some Cancer in the mix here, but this is, you know, following your own motivation, your own willpower, you know, following what's best for you, following that inner compass. So we're going to go ahead and close this message with another. Okay, last spirit message here. So we have two. We have self-sabotage and forgiveness. So some of this underlying unable to make a choice here could be something to do with something that you're holding on to that happened to you that you haven't forgive, like some kind of bitterness or resentment, and it could be self-sabotaging you here. So this is what you really need to figure out. Like when you weigh out those choices, what's best for you? Don't let things come into play that's happened to you in your past that might make your decision for you. So being very careful about that. So there's some kind of self-sabotage that might be coming in, and forgiveness. So just be careful with that. It says forgiveness, holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. And then self-sabotage is when you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. So again, I feel like there might be some kind of energy here of people trying to push you to the thing that's most glittery, and the thing that looks the best, and it might be something to do with some kind of situation that happened to you in the past that you're still holding on to, and it might even be forgiveness of yourself. So there's some kind of energy with that, okay? So on the bottom of the deck, we already had the Chariot. This is that motivation and willpower. And then on the bottom of this deck, we have soul power. So stepping into that soul power and tapping into your motivation, your willpower, and trusting yourself. Follow that inner guidance, that inner light within you, and go what's best choice for you. Weigh things out, and you only know that. So weigh things out. All that glitters doesn't look gold, and you trust your intuition. But there is some kind of underlying situation where you might be holding on to something that hurt and self-sabotaging yourself. So take all that into account this week. So thanks for watching, Taurus. Take care. Bye.